Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Vicious Rants. I'm your host, the one and only, often imitated, never duplicated backyard superstar Tim Vicious. And before I go and start this week's episode, real quick thing I want to get out there is a girl I know out in New York. She's raising money for a youth advocacy program. She's looking to take any kind of donations that you can. She'll appreciate it. If you want to talk to her on it for more details, look for her on Twitter at Sinfully Sabrina. If you can't find her doing a search, go under my follow list. Look for her on there. You can let her know I sent you. Let her know you don't have to. That's your choice. Thing is, though, she is also offering incentives for if you do, and she will truly appreciate any kind of donation that you guys can give out. So, and it is to help something that's that's a good cause. So make sure you guys go and do that if you can. Alright, if you're just saying screw it, I'm not gonna, fuck yourselves. Anyways, on with this week's rant. Now, with this one what I'm talking about here is just on how the crowds are, about with the crowds in general. I'm not saying a UK crowd or a Chicago crowd or anything like that. No, I'm talking about the crowds in general because read about this on a couple of the sheets, and not just one or two, but several different ones. I'm not going to name names because I don't want them trying to go and backlash at me, you know. But they were saying that Vin Man was getting pretty pissed off on how the crowd reacted with Maria Nudos and Donald Trump at the Hall of Fame. And first I read that, at first all I thought was, oh, well, honestly, what did you really expect? I mean, you let regular, genuine wrestling fans attend a legitimate ceremony, you know? I mean, I'm not making a knock on wrestling fans because I'm one of them, but, you know, if anything, you really expect them to not act like that? That's like expecting the Pope not to be Catholic, for fuck's sake, you know? I mean, Lord knows I can't stand Maria Nudos. And I'm pretty sure if Donald Trump was on fire, I wouldn't piss on him to put him out. Although if he does wind up turning into a zombie, I call dibs on being the first to take him out. So keep that in mind, all of you out there. Alright, but anyways, you get in the crowds go and do that, and you're legitimately going to get mad at them over that. It's kind of a bullshit thing to do, you know? And then that week after Mania, you highlight the crowd because that Monday Night Raw crowd wound up bumping Mandingo or Fandingleberry or whatever the hell you want to call him up to, instead of just doing jobber matches like Ryback or Tensai would have done to get promoted. No, he wound up actually getting legitimate matches now. He's getting legitimate matches now, you know? So, but anyway, you're going to get mad because of something that I wound up bringing up last season constantly, time and time again. The fans are the ones that dictate the show. That's the cold hard truth. You know? If the crowd doesn't like something, they're going to tell you. They're going to say boring or you suck or whatever the hell they're going to want to say. If the crowd remembers a wrestler for a particular thing, they're going to bring it up. Case in point, Mizark with the sexual chocolate gimmick he had. You know? I'm just waiting for when people start pulling out. I'm just waiting for if WWE ever winds up signing Colt Cabana and actually gives him TV time. I'm just waiting for the crowds to go and try and do the Cabana the Rapist chants. And honestly, and if you knew if you know what I'm talking about, God bless you. If you don't, shame on you for not bothering to listen to the Art of Wrestling podcast, because that's some seriously fucking funny shit. Alright, anyways. The crowds are what really dictates the show. And the fact that you're not willing to have them, and the fact that you're getting mad over on how they're running it, they're saying, no, you're doing good, or no, you're doing bad. That's a damn shame, Vince. Shame on you for that. It's not right. The people, it's not like a dictatorship where you can say, where what you say goes. No, 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 far from it. If anything, the crowd is where the real people that wind up running it. You just wind up giving it to them. Hate to say it, but Laurinaitis was right. It's legitimately like people power. The people control it. And, I'm speaking from experience, from being one of those people that will do the heckles like, you suck, or you fucked up, And I grew up in that, in ECW, and in ECW, with ECW chants, if you legitimately messed up, the crowds would not hesitate to let you know. They would say, you fucked up, or something along those lines. If we didn't like someone, we would legitimately let them know. And hell, case in point, a really good example, the ECW crowds used to constantly yell things towards the girls like Dawn Marie and Francine. We'd yell shit to them all the time, saying like, she's a crack whore, or she's got herpes. And, they would play along with it. They knew we were doing that to heckle them and fuck with them. But the fact that, for whatever reason, you have the producers in the truck go in the back and downplay it, and, it's not right. And I know, and I can tell that you're doing that, because aside from a good ear, I've done video editing, and I do this kind of work on this, and from back when I was in college, so I know firsthand what that's like, having to do that, downplay the audio for one and upplay the audio for the other. That's an old trick, and the fact is, you're doing that to fool the WWE Universe into actually thinking that the crowds aren't going to actually do that. No, they do. Here's the thing. Somebody screws up, we're going to say they screwed up. If somebody does good, we're going to say they did good. Take it with a grain of salt, Vin Man. Because honestly, if you don't, you're going to wind up going straight on down, just like Uncle Teddy did with wheelchair wrestling. And honestly, I really can't see on why you would want to be so negative towards the people that are doing that. And I'm not talking you're being negative in an actual physical sense, but you're just downplaying them like they don't exist. Like I said before, don't underestimate your fans. We are an intelligent, smart, loyal base. We do know what we're talking about when it comes to this stuff. And it's insultive to us to not want to keep that in mind. normally this is where I start screaming, ranting. Normally when I start screaming and yelling, but instead of doing that, no, I'm actually being a little more calm this time. Which, I know that's going to be a bit of a shock to a lot of people, but, you know, suck it up, Cupcake, deal with it. Because this is just on how I'm going to be for right now. And if you don't like it, eat on that. Because honestly, I'm going to do things my way, just like I'm going to a TNA show this coming Friday. So if somebody there goes and screws up, I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to flat out yell it. And I'm literally ringside, so I'm right by the ring. And I don't care if it's somebody that I like or if it's somebody that I don't like. If they screw up, I am not going to hesitate and go and say, "You fucked up, man." Because that's going to be the God's honest truth. Because they need to hear it from the fans. Because the fans are the ones that make the show. You know, it's a... Again, I can't see on why. But... yeah, if anyone else can, then by all means, please feel free to let me know. Because I'm more than open to hearing on why. That's, anyways, time for some plugs now. That's, make sure you go and follow all these cool ass people out on there. KCat26, my brother from another mother, James Steele, JX2001, that Roxy girl. JX and Roxy both are on YouTube as well. He's the JX2001. Roxy's got a show, Roxy's Room. Check that out. Shit's really good on there. _ it's V-Bitch. Vicky, she's got a good show. She's a smart girl, knows what she's talking about. Make sure you go and you follow her. I am Danny Sunday, Mucky Morris, Helen Robinson 82, Meow _ Cakes, Jerry Soriano, Team Custom Made, Cranky Asshole, Stacy Impact W fan. Stace, I know you're an Impact girl, and like I said, I'm sorry if somebody from the Impact show on Friday winds up fucking up. I'm not going to hold back, and I'm going to say something to them. Legion Lady Aaron, Legion of Nerds. Also, make sure you check out legionofnerds.com. Alright, and once again, like I keep telling you all the time, you love me, great. You hate me, fuck you.